Hello and welcome to Summer Bay Studio. I'm Wendy and today I'm going to make a mini travel journal. Now if you're familiar with travel journals, you'll know that well, I'll show you. They're this shape. So this is like 4.5 by maybe 10. But I'm going to make a little one so that you can carry it in your purse and you can do whatever you like with it. And I have several pieces of this. It's either heavy paper or light cardstock that I picked up a whole pack of, and they're 6 by 6, and you can get this kind of stuff in lots of places. But I'm using the ones that I have, and I decided to use a theme of blues and greens, aqua, turquoise, and coordinating colors like in this one and this one. And I'm going to make a small journal, and this one's a little bit heavier. This one is lighter. So what I want to do is kind of mix the two. So first I'm just going to put these aside. I'll show you what I've got here. So just some different looks, different shades of blue. I think that one will go that way. And some colors that go together like these do. I'm sure there's two here. Yes, there we go. A couple there too. So just some of those, and then in the 12 by 12, which are basically scrapbooking paper, I've got these colors here, different patterns. I really like this one. Anyway, I'm going to cut these into 6 by 6. I guess I can move my flowers a little bit, and so that I have several pieces, and then I can make some little books out of them. Grab my cutter here. Now this one has a perforation line here, so that's something I don't really want in it. So I'm cutting from the opposite end, and I always do this wrong, to line it up on the left side. So here we are. Maybe those flowers would get in the way. That's one. I'm not sure if this one will do exactly 6. No, it's actually smaller. You can do them smaller if you want to. That's not a problem, because like if in a junk journal, it's not necessarily, the pages aren't necessarily all the same. Okay, I'm just going to make sure that these are coming out the same. Well, they're very close, and we can trim them afterwards, so that doesn't matter. I'm going to trim all these and make some squares in 6 by 6. My blade is getting dull, I can tell. Let's try it again. I'm starting to feel a little bit nervous about this blade because it's torn some of my paper before. Okay, so there we go, it's jamming up. Well, I had to have a change of plans because I couldn't get my blade out, and I actually nicked my finger. I got out my big paper cutter and just did them all. What we're going to do here is choose 6. That will be a signature, and I want to choose what I want for the cover first, I think. I love that one. Let's see, I like the big print. That one's really nice. I think I'm going to use that one. All you have to do is fold them in half the direction that you want the prints to go. I could use a scoreboard, but these are so small, they're not hard to fold. So I'm using this as my undercover because I'm going to put something else over it, which you'll see as we go along. And again, some of these are a kind of a cardstock and others not. I don't want it to be really thick and heavy with the heavy paper. I think I'll make the birds fly that way. This is what I mean about getting your direction right. And I'm going to make just nice tight folds. I like this one. Do I like it? I like it this way. That gives me 1, 2, 3, 4. I love the colors in that one. 5. Oh, here's a good one. This is a good one. Good choice. And it can go any direction. It's sort of, I guess it's kind of leather look. Now, all I have to do now is stack them together. I've got, I think I want this one first, then this one, and that one, and that one, and that one. And then they'll go in here, like this. Now you can see that this sticks out a little bit because they get stacked. And if that bothers you, by all means trim them off. But I think I will trim them off a little bit. I will just take them over to my big trimmer again and trim those little pieces down. There, so now you can see that this edge is nice and smooth. Now, like I said, you don't have to do that. If you're not bothered by the unevenness, then you don't, just leave it how it is. And I'm going to just round the corners on these. I'll just take them apart because it would be easier. And my corner rounder is a little bit on the feeble side. It doesn't want to do very much at a time. This one is cardstock, of course, like I mentioned. So we'll take that down as well. I love rounded corners. I think they're kind of elegant. So how are you today? I hope you're taking a few moments to just relax while we do this. You can copy it. You can do it at your leisure. There, those fit nicely in there together. So that makes just a nice little, almost a pocket book, a pocket travel journal. And every page has color on one side and is white on the other, so you can write on those. And the cover I'm going to make is going to be vellum. I've got my vellum here, and since I don't trust my paper cutter not to cut me again, I'm going to take this and go cut it too with my different cutter. So I cut this one at 6 1/8 inches, and I'm still using inches because that's what's on my cutting board. And again, I'm going to just fold it very carefully along the halfway mark, and also trim the corners round like that. And this is going to be our ultimate cover. Oops, get back in there. It will go like this, and you can see it just goes beyond the edge a tiny bit. And to bind it, I went to the fabric store the other day and I found this elastic cord. And if they'd had silver, which I don't think they did, I would have got that. But oh, it's such a tangle. Let me see where the center is. I'm going to have to put it on a spool so that I don't have to do this. But I'm going to pull some out anyway. Oh, I know, she tied it in a knot. That's why it's not coming apart very well. She went back and forth and then tied the whole thing in a knot, so it's like a skein. So there's my end, and like I said, I'm going to have to put this on a spool of some kind. What I want is double this and a bit. Something like that. I've been cutting ephemera pieces from old books and whatnot in the evening when I'm watching TV. I don't want to waste too much of this. Let's give it here. And this is stretchy. It's a dream. What I want to do now is just make my binding with this. Now I can have the knot on the inside or the outside. I made it just going to tie it a little bit tightly and hold it. Try and do this. You can make it looser if you want to add more pages. And in fact, you can add more pages whenever you want, which is one of the nice things about this project. There. You know what? I'm going to just, so that it doesn't sort of flip to the front, I'm going to cut a tiny groove right here in the vellum in particular, just so that it catches the elastic. So there, it goes into that little tiny groove and holds it. Now, what I want to do with it now is I'm going to decorate the cover, and I have found something I like. So this is your basic book. Now I'm going to take it apart because I want to do some different things with the pages. So for the cover, I thought I would just put a little decoration on it, and I've got some stickers here. What I want to do is make sure they're going to fit. Like that would be perfect. And because this is only just barely 3 inches wide, you can and you will. I like that one. I'm just going to center this here. It's one of those sheer ones. And then I'd like to put a flower or some little decoration on it, something that's in purple or blue, blue or green, like I've been using. This is just Happy Planner stickers. I think I'll keep it simple and just put this little guy up here. There, so this works with our cover. Nice, I like it. If you prefer, you can bind this in a different way by poking holes in it and putting the binding through. That's another option which I could use. Or you can use a stapler. If your stapler is long enough, which it probably is, you can staple through those because there's not that many pages. But what I want to do with the pages before I finish is just do a little bit of decoration. And to do that, I'm just going to use up some stickers and some ephemera and things like that. Like, this is nice. I'll use my paper that I glue with so that I don't get glue everywhere. And this one, it's not exactly blue, but you know what? We can make it that way. This one will work. I'm going to replace this little foamy with one that's had blue on it. And just pick up some blue and do the edges of this. I want to leave room for you to write, so I'm not going to over decorate. I'm just going to add a few little, just kind of a few little embellishments. So that works for that. And then I will stick it in the front cover here. Just going straight off the edges so that they don't catch on anything. There's one, and that's on the inside front cover. Should I do something on the back? I think what I'm going to do is do this same distressing around the inside of it. So that it doesn't look so bare white, and it kind of pulls everything together. There, I think that's nice, so that will go there. And this one, let me see what else I can do. Put the lid on this. I bought a new blue stamp the other day, stamp pad. I'm going to just do this. This says to-do list, but I think I cut that off. Yeah, I cut it off because I just wanted kind of a tag. Just hold that for a second so that the ink goes into the paper. Perfect. It has had black on it, which makes it a different kind of blue. And I'm going to, while it's damp, I'm going to take that off of there with a little damp thing here. Next time it's not got ink on it and messing up my color. Okay, let's just pop that back in there. And let's put something on this side. In fact, I think I'll use blue for everything. This is just some music notes. Okay, here's the top. That's very cute. That one can go in the book. And I'll take the next one. Just going to get out my blocks here. These acrylic blocks so I can do some stamping. I have this gorgeous little set that I ordered from Amazon, and I'll try and put a link below for that with these little kind of botanical flowers. I think they're so adorable. And then the little bottles as well, a test tube and a bottle. Let's try one of these. The thing with these ones is you don't want to tip it because it'll get ink here. It's important to keep it really upright. That is nice. And again, just get the ink off there so that it stays dry. And I think I'll do the little bottle as well. This one can go, just make sure I got enough on there. I think it says chili on it. C-H-I-L-I. Love it. Let's wash that off and pop that into the cover. Now for something a little bit more whimsical, let me see. I got these Peter Rabbit ones at with a magazine. Oh dear, too many choices. I don't know whether to make it whimsical or fancy. I'll do just a little flower one. That one would be nice. And this one's cute too, so I'm going to do it first, but these are so sticky. Hard to get off here. I'm always afraid I'm going to tear it, which I really don't want to have happen. There we go. I'm going to put it on this little block. Wait, I've got a smaller block, which suits it better. Okay, let's go with this one. Just hold it. Perfect. And I think I'll use this set for the rest of the pages because it has some really appropriate things in it, like ink. Here's an ink bottle. And little ink blots. How fun is that? You can see the little messy spot. Wait. I better put it on this one. Okay. Now I could change color and put different colored inks on here, but I don't think I'll bother. I kind of like this. I was actually looking for more of a navy blue, but I didn't find it, and I still don't know where they are, so that is nice. I'm going to have to search online to find who has kind of a navy blue. I like this faded jeans look one. Okay, this one can go in there, and then we'll do this one. And I have paintbrushes. In a little cup or something. And if you watched my previous video about watercolor on using stamps, so you don't have to draw anything, this works as well, but you can use pencil crayon. That turned out absolutely perfectly. Clean that off. While I'm thinking of that, I'm going to use a color that kind of goes with the theme here. It's turquoise. This is more of an aqua. Needs to be sharpened. But this is one of the things you can do. Is just color it in. Or markers. Gotta love markers. Okay. So there's that page, and what else should we put here? Made with Love, I like that. There's some really fun ones. I craft so hard, I sweat glitter. Made with Love. But you know what, I think I'll put something different here, a little piece of ephemera. So let's see what I can find in my binder that has blue. This one's perfect. Oh, Diary. These things are so much fun to make. And then if you're going on a little trip, like just a weekend getaway, and you just want to keep a few notes. Like when my daughter and I went to Rome together a couple of summers ago, before COVID, thank goodness. And I kept a notebook of where we went each day, just quick notes. And then I had all my photos and I had a sketchbook and everything, but I knew where things were because of the day. So I would put like day 11, the date, and where we went. And then I have a record, and that's all it required. I think I'm going to distress this one too. It's quite blue, so just do the edges on this one because it's going to be the center. Then I think I'm going to use a sticker, something that works with the color theme. Now you don't have to use a color theme. You can do any theme. You can do a flower theme or a travel theme, or it's really endless. You can do a pet theme. I'm still going to use that, but I want to find a sticker that works in here. And I like these see-through ones. I think I want that. There is always something to be thankful for. I love that. And if you're traveling, just do your own thing. I think just do your own thing is appropriate for traveling. So that one is going to go up here on the page. And the Made with Love is going to go on the bottom here. Perfect. Okay. I put the book back together like that. Put my elastic back on it. And this time I think I'll put the elastic in the tie in the middle. I'm not going to cut it because if I wanted to make it bigger, I could easily do that. And I might even make the tie a little bit less tight because it seems a bit tight now. Or I could cut these off and whatever, but you can untie it, add more pages if you want to, and that's all there is to it. So there we have our mini travel journal. You can and you will be able to make it. And there's pages with space you can put stickers on, or you can decorate, journaling pages, little spots like that, just little decoration like these ones, a little art one, and then the center one, just do your thing. Made with Love, Oh Diary, ink spots, happens when you travel, the cute bottle, a little bit of music. Oh, here's a place I didn't decorate. Well, I better fix that problem. What should I put on here? I haven't stuck these back where they're supposed to go. I think I'm going to use a sticker because there's a couple that I saw here that I think would work and that don't really work for my happy planner, so I think I will use this one. There's always something to be thankful for. Because sometimes, if you've ever traveled, you know that things don't always go as planned. I used to be a travel agent, and believe me, I could tell you some stories. There, so there's always something to be thankful for, and there's our little book. And I'm thankful that you watched, and I hope you stayed till the end. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. Just click the button below and the little bell so you can be notified when I've got a new video, and I'll see you next time.